Where have you been? Where have you been, guys? It's kind of iconic. Picture this, 8 months ago. 8 months ago, you, me, this camera. I'm like, I'm starting YouTube. I've got the space, I've got the time. It's something I've always wanted to do. I'm all in. 8 months later, 2 videos, and then I ghosted. Anyway, live, love, laugh. Here we are. In hindsight, I really thought when I started up YouTube last year, like it was the time. And don't get me wrong, I have some content. I have a lot of footage. I have a lot of stuff from the wedding that I may still share. We'll see. I'll keep you on your toes. But now I actually feel like now's the time. So welcome to my channel. It's giving, give it a crack. I said it last time. Give it a crack and fuck around and find out. That is my motto for life. So I am taking you guys along this week almost in a bit of a let's get me back on track with life, like routines, just the day-to-day. If you guys don't follow me, hello Rizzy Brew. If you guys don't follow me on Instagram, you may not know this, but my husband and I have just moved to the Gold Coast, which was a whole thing in and of itself. It was a very like quick decision. We didn't even know in December that we were selling our house, and in January we were selling our house. We didn't know we were moving interstate. We thought we were just moving to somewhere in Adelaide, the Adelaide Hills to be precise. And then we were like, hey, do we dare? And then we did, and here we are, literally like 4 months later, 5 months later. Yeah, we bought a place up in the Gold Coast, and now we are here, and we've been here for about just under a month now. But when I tell you, like, the routine has been non-existent. And like coming from someone who has trained for a very long time, like I've been in the gym for a very long time now, it's almost like I've had an identity crisis where I haven't actually wanted to be training. And you know, it was just so much more than like push through and get it done. It was like, no, like literally on a soul and nervous system level, like I was just like, it's not the time. Like I don't want to be training. I don't want to be pushing, like I don't want to be in the gym. Like I didn't want to be in the gym, and I made that so wrong. But I fully just surrendered to it. And so amidst like moving and just settling in and just spending a lot of time catching up with friends, like I feel like I'm very much just like in a holiday era, and I'm like, okay, let's settle down because like you live here, like get your shit sorted. I feel like I've just had a moment where I'm like, okay, I've had my siesta, like I've had my time, but now I'm ready to and get back into it from a place of genuine love. Like I actually want to get back into it. And again, glad that I had a period of time where I was just like fully surrendering to not needing everything to be like perfect and in routine and training and just like my movement looking different. But I'm ready to get back into it, and also just like to establish some like new routines now that we're really settled into, or settling into our life up here. So I'm going to take you along for it. Last week we joined a gym, and I trained last week, but I was kind of like getting myself into the groove of it. So I have a new training program and was like sussing out the gym, because the gym that we signed up to is incredible. Like the facility is insane, but it was like very overwhelming because there's so like, I feel like I haven't gone to a new gym for a very long time. And like, I kind of forgot that it's like, it can be so overwhelming where it's like, you don't know where the machines are. Like you don't know anything. And it's so funny how your brain works, because you're like, wow, everyone here knows that I'm new. Like everyone here can see me like looking a bit scat looking for the machine, and it's like literally not one person even knows you exist. It's the truth. Like in the gym, not one person here gives a fuck. They're worried about themselves. But yeah, I had last week is like, let's find my groove, let's scope out the gym, and now I'm feeling good. I've scoped out the gym, I've got my plan in place. I just like have my routine kind of set in that. So this week is like, we're getting back into it. I said to my friends this morning at coffee or matcha that I'm just like done with myself. Like in a very clean, healthy, like self-love way, where I'm like, you've done your time in Azkaban. Like you have done your time. If you get that reference, we're instantly friends. You've done your time. And now it's like, let's actually live back up to your full potential. Like, let's get in the gym. Let's actually show up in that way. Let's just like, yeah, do the things. So that is what we are. That's what I'm going to take you guys along for this week. I have just done my food shop for the week. So Cruz is back at work, so I only shopped for myself. And I'm about to do like a house reset. So I'm kind of loving doing these on Saturdays at the moment, because then Sunday gets to be like a full, just like, do what we want, which is like really every day. But yeah, like do what I want, set my week up, get clear on what I want to do, even a little bit of work. Like I'll probably work tomorrow. So I'm going to unpack all of my food. I'm going to do a clean of the house. I'm going to take the dog for a big walk. I'm going to have a big everything shower. And yeah, like it's feeling stunning already. So I'm going to take you guys along for the week, and it's going to be a week in like my life and getting back into routine with my training. So welcome. That's my story. So I'm going to get into some jobs, and I will speak to you guys throughout the week. Okay, so I'm going to do a little food like haul. It's literally nothing exciting. So we're going to make it short, sharp, sweet, shiny, all the things. Something to know about me is I'll say that and then we'll be talking for like 20 minutes, but it's fine. So I don't know if anyone else can relate, but like I go through ick seasons with my food. So it's like I can love something forever and I'll smash it and I'll eat it, and then I'm just like, ick, not happening, not for me. That, and I am really being like next level intentional currently with what I'm eating to support my endo. So if you don't know, I have endometriosis. I've never really spoken to it online. Like I kind of haven't. Like very earlier on when I was sharing about it, and when I was having like surgery and stuff, I shared about it, but since then like I haven't really. And I was talking to a girlfriend the other day and she was like, wow, like I literally wouldn't know that you had that. I'm like, yeah, endo warrior, if you will. So there's like certain things that I'm really being more intentional about. I've been on a massive journey with food, my body, fitness, all the things. You'll hear a lot about that very soon in a different way. So I'll try not to speak too much about it, but I now am at a level where I'm like being even more intentional with what I am eating to really support my endo, and also to sort of like pain management, preventative measures and stuff like that, because whilst like I have been diagnosed with it, it's just so much more than a medical diagnosis. Like the support that I've gotten even from like doctors and gynecologists and stuff like that is not like lovingly, like just not where it needs to be in terms of like actually supporting the pain of everything. And like I don't want things to just be like, yeah, have some Panadol, have this, have that. Like like there's so much more available to us as humans that we can do to support ourselves, especially when it comes to pain management and conditions like this. And this is something that I've learned like with my own journey. And so now there's certain foods that whilst I get the ick for them too, I also don't eat too much of them, just because I'm kind of trialing and erroring how my body is responding and how my pain is when it comes to my cycle each month. On the other hand, I'm also cautious of not like cutting out all of these foods and then giving myself a self-inflicted intolerance when actually there was nothing wrong, if that makes sense. So that's kind of the journey that I'm on currently with my food. And that thought was provoked with this yogurt, because yogurt has given me the ick. Like I went through a phase where I was eating so much yogurt, and I probably like haven't been in that season for like a solid year and a half, but every now and then I dabble. And like this week I'm like, okay, we're going to hit our protein this week, because that's one thing as well. Like when I'm not intentional and kind of when I'm just over the shop, like we've been in holiday mode, like I've been catching up with my friends every other day, like work stinting and stuff, and if I'm not organized, I am not eating enough protein. So like that's just a lesson that I know about myself and whatever. So I've got 4 of these. I've also got turkey mince, so what I'll do is just cook that up and put it with veggies, rice, and that will just be like a little lunch vibe. Probably get like 3 out of that. And then I got some free range eggs. So I will usually do, currently eggs are another thing that I get the ick with. Like I'll love them and then don't talk to me for a month. Like I'm just like, oh, like something about eggs. Currently on the egg train until I get the ick. Give it a week. But I'll have 3 eggs on gluten-free toast in the morning with like avocado, rocket, tomato, like something just very chill, and then some kind of fruit after the fact. So that is currently my breakfast. Where am I going to put stuff? If you guys saw any of my vlogs from like our old house, we loved her. She was fucking huge, like such a big house, and like the kitchen and the pantry. I remember walking into that pantry and being like, wow, like there's a room in here, like I can sleep in here. And so getting used to our new kitchen, which is still like reasonable size, I'm like, wow, there's like no space. Like there's a lot of space, but I'm just like, you know, getting used to a different space. So anyway, 2 coconut waters, because fucking, if you know, I get everything seasoning and I literally, can this please? I literally put this on everything. So it's just like Mingle, the brand Mingle. Not sure how these ones slipped into the cart. Sue me. But I just got a new Emco Flawless Filter Flawless Glow. This is literally like the Charlotte Tilbury. Like, you cannot tell me otherwise. This shit is so good. So I just got that. I got a new concealer. I got a new cleanser because I have been so just YOLO with my skin currently. Like, I've really been trying. What's the lighting? There. I've really been trying to strip things back. Like, very minimal skincare. Like, I just want to see how my body's responding, and especially skin. That's an internal thing, you know? So I have been cautious of, like, I'm not really using too many like cleansers, moisturizers, stuff like that. Like, very much washing my face at the end of the day. I have like one serum and that's it. However, I was getting to a point where I'm like, no, I love like the ritual of like still like cleansing my face with something. So I thought I would try this, but I am going to like spot test it and see if, you know, does me some damage. So yeah, those aren't part of the food haul, but they snuck their way in, and you know, I have nothing to say about it. I then just got some Rocket. So the fruit and veg market that I go to never has Rocket. Is that random, or am I just missing it? I don't know. Anyway, got Rocket from Woolies. I got some gluten-free bread. I got some tuna slices. So I've got another 3 packets of these in there. I'm thinking that will just be like either a breakfast or a lunch vibe, like tuna instead of the eggs. Oh my God. Like, okay, tuna is another thing that I'm like in and out, see how we feel. But I will never go back to tin tuna. Once you experience sliced tuna slices, you will never go back to the tin stuff. So it's still in a tin, but it's sliced. It's so delicious. So I got a chili one of that. I then just got some chicken breast because I've been making these like noodle bowls, which my friend Lily inspired. So delicious. It's just like noodles, gluten-free. These are the noodles here actually. These noodles with chicken that I cook in chili coconut aminos and nothing else, and then just like avo, veggie, like whatever else. So delicious. So I chop that up and then I just keep it in the fridge and then I cook it up like as I go. Chicken gives me also the ick, and again, I don't actually eat too much chicken. Like, I should eat more because it is a really good source of lean protein. However, I just forget about it and I hate cutting it. I hate cutting it. Like, Cruz will get like not angry at me, but he'll just like, wow, like fair bit of waste going on, because any bit that has any type of like white or anything, I'm like, she's gone. So anyway, got that for my bowls. I also was on the phone to my friend when I was at the shops and I was like, okay, I want like a sweet treat for the end of the days. And usually if I'm having chocolate, I will have Lindt, like 70%, or the sea salt, like caramel, maybe it's just sea salt caramel Lindt. Oh my God, like iconic, that one. But she said the 70% cacao old gold is delicious. So I'm gonna try that, just like a little row a night. That's gonna be my little treat. And then I also got beef rump medallions because I'm gonna have that one night. So my thoughts are I'm going to have for lunch either the chicken bowl or the turkey mince, and then 2 nights I'll have red meat. Again, like I'm experimenting because I used to eat a lot of red meat, like a lot of red meat, like a lot of steak. If you know, I was having steak like for breakfast like for so long. And it was amazing and stunning. However, I did definitely notice a difference in how inflamed I was getting after just having like a lot of red meat. And so now again, just experimenting. So I'm not having too much of it at the moment, but also mindful of my iron because I have been iron deficient in the past. And so like I'm mindful of still, you know, having enough in my diet as well. So that is the stuff that I got from Woolworths. This is what I got from the fruit and veg shop. So of course, I got a chocolate coconut water. If you have not tried this, I actually don't know, like, what, like, wow. Where do I even start? So seeing this, I was like, no, I had a journey with coconut water. Where I was like, I can't get around it. And then eventually I got around the Cocoa Coast passion fruit. This tastes like chocolate milk. I put it in a cup and I said to Cruz, try this chocolate milk that I got, because I knew if I said it was coconut water, he'd be like, I'm not trying that. And he was like, I said, what'd you rate it? He said, solid 7. It tastes like chocolate milk, so highly, highly, highly recommend. I've got another little one in there, but I got a top up, so I have that. 5 key electrolytes, guys, so get around her. And then in terms of veggies, so I've got a pretty small shop because I still had some stuff in the fridge, but I just got some Pink Lady apples, 3 of them. I got 2 cucumbers, I got some carrot, bananas, and 2 avocados, and like that's literally it, because I've got other stuff in the fridge. So Slay, that I said it was going to be like a quick one, and we've been talking for 10 minutes, but something to know about me is your girl is a yapper. So I will yap my way through this, but that is all for now. So yeah, I will do more videos around like food. Like, I'm so passionate about speaking to nourishment from the lens of supporting yourself and like optimally living in your life, but also from a pain management lens with my endo. Like, diet has changed my life when it comes to my endometriosis, and don't get me wrong, there are still months where it's like I will have such debilitating pain, but I look back on like how I nourished myself that month, and not that it was like anything drastic or dramatic, but I noticed such changes in like the foods that I'm eating, the frequency to which I am eating, like am I balanced in terms of like, am I eating throughout the day enough? Like, am I just actually prioritizing spending time sitting down and eating, or am I just like eating when I can get around to it? Like, I always eat enough, but it's like the timing, even like so many little things that for me have seriously changed the way in which my like body works, my digestion works, my endo, like my pain. And it really all does, like, it's such a holistic thing. It's so much to do with like the actual food that you're eating, but also like the mindset that you have around things. Like, I just have so much to say. So that'll be coming in different ways. Like I said, we are working on something very exciting. But I also will probably do like a YouTube or something on that. So that is it. Also, every single morning, I also have a pinch of Celtic sea salt just for the hydration purposes, and then I'll also have a bone broth. So every morning, like, that is something as well that's such a difference in my energy, but also in my digestion for the day. Like, bone broth and this first thing. I also put turmeric, sometimes chili, and then sometimes a little bit of this salt into my bone broth as well, just for anti-inflammatory purposes as well. Game changing. So maybe I'll do like a morning in my life. Anyway, no more rambling. 12 minutes. Get used to it. Okay, so that is me. I'm going to get on with this, put this away, clean up the house, and then, yeah, get on with my day. So, part 2 of our little reset. Okay, so I'm just having a little break, but here is my lunch. And this is my view. Like, are you kidding? Maybe. Good morning, guys. So it is Tuesday. It's just gone past 10:40. I have just gotten back from Brisbane. So this morning I drove down to Brisbane with Courtney and Taz, so Cruz's sister and her partner, and the kids, and dropped them off to the airport. We went out for brekkie, which was so beautiful, and then dropped them to the airport because they're heading back to Adelaide today. So I have just gotten home. It was about like an hour 10 there and back, so 2:20 total. But isn't it just, firstly, something I say all the time, like, isn't time so random? Because I'm like, wow, I just drove there and back and now I'm here, and then it's like it never happened. Anyway, don't get me in a spiral. I'll go forever about it. But I have just got home. I worked yesterday, so I worked on Sunday, and I got so much done, which was the best. I don't know if I filmed anything, but I got so much done, which really kind of allowed me to have this morning super free and like no need to be doing anything, or not really like chasing my tail later, which is stunning. I have a client call at 12, so in about an hour 15. So I'm thinking what I will do is head in and then get like a few quick little ticks done for work. I've got some copy to write up for the website and just a bit of client like replies and that. And then I'm gonna have my client call, and then I will train this afternoon. It like really noticing the part of me that's like, I don't want to train at all, because I'm like a morning trainer. Like that's the story that I tell myself, which is such a cock block when it comes to like training in the afternoon. But I'm like, no, we're doing the thing, because I think tomorrow will be a rest day. I'm meeting up with a girl down in like beach, sunrise. So I'm thinking I will do that and then work from like a cafe tomorrow. So I'm thinking tomorrow will be a rest day. Today I'll train, and then I'm kind of feeling like making a soup today. So random. I was just listening to the best podcast all around like gut health and just so many other things. I might link it somewhere. But prior to listening to that, I was like, I really feel like making like a super hearty vegetable soup. And then in the podcast, the lady was talking about like how soup is so good for you, obviously. But like it tied into the conversation. And I'm like, I'm listening to you. Like that is not coincidence. So thinking I will go to the shop and like get some stuff, make a soup, and then that will be dinner. So it's giving like get shit done in the morning, client call, train, and then once I've trained, I've clocked off from work, I'm going to the shop, getting stuff for a soup, coming home, making it, and even just like getting stuff like a green smoothie morning moment. I'm thinking but of pairing that with like my eggs and stuff in the morning is going to be stunning. So that's where I'm at. Happy Monday. I will take you on for a little bit of a montage today. Not sure if I'll be getting up to anything too exciting, but day 2/3 of getting my shit back together, and I'm loving it. So let's go do the thing. Okay, I'm back in the car. Don't think I spoke to you inside, but it is currently 1:43. I'm going to the gym. We're doing the things that we said we're gonna do. Yeah, actually kind of feeling pumped. Like I don't know myself when I train in the afternoon, so these are the moments where you're like slay, like wow. So I'm gonna go get it done and then be done for the day. I had the best client call. Like there is nothing like speaking to someone where you're like, firstly, you're elite, secondly, I just love breaking down people's idea of like who they think they need to be in order to create success in their life, their business, whatever it is, and actually support them in realigning to their own truth and their own drive and how they want to do things. Like nothing makes me happier. So maybe that has like given me the high to actually go and get this session done. So I'm gonna go do that now, and then we'll see. I'll go for a walk later, so maybe you guys can come. But yeah, all in all, we're thriving. Okay, now I'm at the gym and I'm gonna go straight in, but tell me there's nothing better than when you move state. Probably not something that you do often, but when you move state and then you do your first drive somewhere with no maps. So I've just got to the gym with no maps. Tell me you're a local. Anyway, going to train now. I just got home from the shops. I'm gonna take the dog for a walk and I want to go like ASAP because it's going to get dark very soon. However, I got my ingredients for my soup, so I thought I would quickly show you what I got and then go for a walk and then come home and prep. So I got some kale, capsicum, celery, cauliflower, capsicum. I got beans, and then obviously my coconut water, and then some curry powder, thyme, and minced garlic. And then I also have sweet potato, carrot, zucchini, I think that's it, in the fridge. And then I'm also going to poach some chicken breast on the side and then just add that in for my protein. So I'm very excited. I have not made a soup in so long, but you know when you just like get the craving, and then I'm like, I can't deny this. So I'm gonna go for a walk, and then we're going to get prepping, and then stay tuned. And if it's a good recipe, I might post it on my Instagram, or I'll post it on my new Instagram, because I have a business coming. Not right now, but soon. So speak to you guys soon. I have just got back from a beautiful walk with a girlfriend this morning, and I did a little work stint at the Holiday. However, my laptop wouldn't turn on, and I'm pretty sure she was 100% charged. So we're gonna get investigating, because I don't know, she should be fine. But anyway, I have been thinking about something and I wanted to bring it here. So the first thing that I will say is potentially fact check me, because I did get this statistic from Magnolia Parks. However, it really got me thinking last night, and this is book 5, by the way. And side note to what I'm gonna say, if you have not read Magnolia Parks yet, what are you doing? Like, wow, just anyway. So they spoke to this idea, or the fact, Evie, excuse me, that 2 people die every second. Now, this is morbid, but also I really, excuse me, Evie, move, come here. Sorry, the dog's doing her thing. Now, you know what, this is a more like, yes, morbid, but I also think that like your relationship to the concept of death and passing is so important, because it's going to drive the way in which you show up to your life. I think about this so often, where I go like, what story are we going to tell about our life one day? And not in the sense to which it needs to be this like big, grand, like massive thing, if that's not what you want it to be, no, but really acknowledging the truth that there's going to come a day where you take your last breath, and in that moment you're going to reflect back on your experience of life. Like, honestly, I think about this all the time. I think about passing and, you know, leaving this life all the time, and call it morbid, but like I see it as such a motivator for how I choose to spend my life, and what I choose to do, and, you know, what I choose to go after, and just everything in between. And it really got me thinking that, you know, 2 people die every second, thanks to Magnolia Parks. It could be wrong, but like, we're just gonna go with it anyway. In this very second, as you are watching this, someone is getting married in the world, someone is losing a loved one in the world, someone is starting their first day at university, someone is going to a funeral, someone is starting a new job, someone is handing in their resignation, someone is like, everything you could possibly think of in the world, someone is doing that exact thing this very second. And people are passing away every single second, and one day, whether we like to admit it or not, that will be us as well. And we don't get a say in when that is or in how that happens, but what we always get a choice in is how we spend our life every moment up until that point. And so I really just think, if you can, not if, but like choosing to actually think about that and to get your head around that. And you know, it's not from a lens of fear, it's not from a lens of anything like that, but from a lens of like, it's going to happen. And so getting your head around that as a motivator to live a life that you're just like, I'm going to get to the end of it so proud of that. Like, I'm going to get to the end of it so proud of that, I think is everything. So that's just my little spiel that I wanted to give today, because I was just thinking about it. But I've had the best morning. I just love how I'm like, think about death. Anyway, I've had the best morning. Yeah, but I have had the best morning, and now I'm going to get into some work, and I'm also going to write out a bit of a list of jobs that I want to do after like my work tasks, because I want to like clean our cars. I want to clean Cruz's car because he gets home on Friday, and I just want him to have like a really nice car. And just like a few other things around the house. So thank you for listening to my little TED talk, and I will speak to you guys at some point probably today. It's like the fact that this is my backyard, and the fact that I'm toasting, like I am burning up right now, but I still won't take my jumper off because I'm like, it's winter in my head, and I'm just in like, it's winter. Anyway, I'm just so happy. Like, I'm just so happy. Oh, the hair. Good. Official hello guys, it is currently Wednesday now, and firstly, like, I'm not gonna lie, I woke up this morning so exhausted, like, and I don't know why. Like, you know those days where your eyes are literally like pufferfish? Like, I don't know if you can tell, you probably can, but I'm just keeping it real. I'm just keeping it real. I mustn't have slept very well. I had dinner pretty late last night because Tori came over and we were doing a little work stint together, which was honestly stunning. But then I ate dinner a lot later than usual, and me just looking for literally any reason why I'm tired. But I'm like, maybe I ate too close to bed. Maybe, I don't know. I think I'm getting my period. Well, I'm getting my period, not a think, I'm getting it. And so typically beforehand, like the fatigue that I get. But that's okay, because it's part of life. So I have just made myself a little snack. So it's currently 10:15. I have been changing up my mornings this week. And really just getting back into the swing of things, like I said to you guys. So usually I would train in the morning. I just was a creature of habit with that for a very long time. However, I'm really craving a slower start to my day. So I have been getting up same time, like 5:15, getting ready for the day, like literally doing everything, putting my makeup on, just getting ready. Then I'll watch the sunrise, have my broth and all the things, as you would have seen. I did a little bit of journaling this morning. And then from about 8 o'clock, I plugged in with my clients. So I did a bit of client like replies for about half an hour. And then from 8:30 until 10, I put my phone in the other room and I got into my office and I smashed out a lot of work that I needed to get done, which is, there is honestly no better feeling. I'm in such a like head down bum up season currently with just building out everything for the new business. So there's a lot of back end stuff that's going on and just like organizing. So I got so much done this morning, which is the best. And I've got like a tiny little bit left that I want to do, but I'm going to break up my day. So I'm going to have this, and then I'm going to go and train upper body. I don't want to complain, but I'm just gonna hold me in it for a second. Like, I am very tired today, and I almost have almost like a little bit of a headache forming in this side, but not enough for me to not actually move. And I actually know that movement is going to make me feel better. Like, there's always a fine line. This is why it's so important to know yourself and to know your body, and just access discernment, because you know, like another day, this actually could be a sign of like, hey, what you need is very internal energy, and like literally go for a walk, slow movement, and don't train. And if that was the case, I know myself well enough to know when that's required. But today it's the case of like, I know myself well enough to know that getting out and moving my body is going to be. Okay, hi guys. So it is the last clip. Wow, she's glowing. Is she oily or is she glowing? Anyway, I'm mindful, like that last clip it's been a big day, I can't even talk. That last clip cut me off because my memory card was full, and then I just got about my day and I literally forgot to do anything about it. And now it is Thursday and I have had such a massive day. I can't actually take myself seriously with this lighting. But anyway, I have had such a massive day. Such a big work day, because this week I have really tried to get all of my work done before Cruz gets home from work tomorrow morning, because we only really have like 5 days together this swing before he goes back to work next Wednesday. So I wanted to be very present with him. We're also going to the Sunshine Coast this weekend to spend time with Tay and Isaac. So I started and finished editing this vlog today. I got so much work done for the website. I did a client group call this morning. I spent about 45 minutes chasing her in the backyard because she would not come back inside, which was not on the agenda. So it is now 3:52. Like, this is so unlike me. But because I had a client call so early in the morning, and then I got into work, so I was like, I've just got so much done, and it's a rest day from the gym. I've got so much to do, so I just got straight into it. I literally have not moved today, and I've been working. You know when people are like, oh, I've been working, but you're just fucking around wasting time. I have literally been glued to my desk outside all the things, which I'm so grateful for because I have done so much. But in the same breath, I'm like, time to move. So it's 3:52, but I'm going to import this little clip into the vlog, and that's going to be us a wrap on the week. So it's because I'm thinking I might mini vlog the weekend when we go to Sunshine Coast. So thank you so much for watching. Welcome back. Well, welcome back to me. You guys didn't go anywhere. I went somewhere. But yeah, I'm excited to just be a bit more consistent with my videos. So if there is anything that you guys particularly want to see from my space, in the realm of mindset, wellness, food, movement, gym, whatever it is, I would love to hear from you. So send me a DM on Instagram at Christina Harvey with 2 Ys, and I will see you guys in the next video. It's been a big day. Love you, bye.